This is WGRG 100.5 FM, where we meet the absolute minimum FCC broadcasting standards. It's time to hang on and brace yourself for a community radio program that's frankly indescribable. Let's talk Geneseo. Two guys with nothing better to do on a Friday morning but to talk about our community. Geneseo City Administrator Brandon Meglin and City Alderman Keith Kennett. And yet nobody, and I mean nobody, puts the blah in blah, blah, blah like these guys do.
And welcome to Let's Talk Geneseo here. As our Mr. Announcer guy just shared, I'm Keith Kennett along with Brandon Meglin for our typical Friday morning edition of Let's Talk Geneseo here on WGRG 100.5 FM in Geneseo. Brandon, always good seeing you, my friend.
You as well.
Our final program of 2025.
This is it.
Tell you, we're going to be, we're teary-eyed in many ways today.
Yeah.
And that, well, actually, it's a happy dance. That's our last program of 2025. But teary-eyed a little bit because we have a very special guest with us tonight this morning, as it's all things Gene. As we have a very familiar face on the program this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had Gene on. Boy, it was one of the first shows for season 3, I believe, this year. In the fall maybe, and it was a really good program. We got into a lot of stuff with Gene on downtown safety and other things going on with the police department, but it didn't record.
No, it didn't.
I know Gene was a little disappointed.
Yeah, we are. It's probably one of our best programs.
It really was.
Then we went to replay it and go, there's
Yeah.
nothing to replay because a little bit of a snafu. So anyway, Gene, like I say, we are a full 70% confident that we're recording and everything's working well today. But
I almost told Gene, start the recorder on your cell phone just in case, in case something goes wrong in the background again.
yes, but so far so good. Looks okay over there. But anyway, we appreciate you coming in, Gene, and spending some time with us this morning. I probably most people know, but Gene has accepted a position in a neighboring community. We're very, of course, happy and always wish nothing but the best for Gene. I know he'll do great there, but certainly, their gain is our loss in many ways. So we thought we'd just have a little all things Gene edition of Let's Talk Geneseo this morning.
Yeah. So, there's a number of things that I'd like to recap, but and I think we got into it a little bit, when Gene was on the program last time. But you've been in this business for a long time, and I know myself and a lot of other people like to give you a hard time that Gene really lives this job, and it's a lifestyle for him. And I feel like, I live in Geneseo, Gene does not, but I'll see Gene at the police department at different times of the night, the weekends when we walk by, and it's hit me a little bit. So,
Yeah.
You really represent the community well in the job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And definitely would second that, and that any activity, and we tend to be involved in things a little more than maybe most. But Gene's always there. I don't know if you ever go home or what it is, but any event, any activity, or what have you, Gene's there, always bringing a friendly demeanor, always. Just helping out and doing all the things that you do, but also, very quietly and without any fanfare, though, doing his primary thing, which is helping to keep our community safe. And there are so many things that Gene does that you have no idea, on. Insofar as whether it's every event and what have you that we do and stuff, there's a lot of planning that goes on behind it. There's a lot of contingency plans that are in place in case something happens and what have you. And a lot of that has been Gene's work. And And so I guess not to get too mushy or anything here, at the beginning, but certainly, on behalf of as an elected official and as an alderman, and I'm sure I speak for the mayor and stuff as well, of you can't the value of that you really can't overstate, and there's a distinction though in that you have yes, it's your profession and it's your job and what have you, but there's people that do their job and there's people that just love doing their job, and definitely you have that, Gene, and and again, nothing but our thanks and appreciation for everything that you've been to our community. For how many years have you been here?
About 7.5, almost 8 years.
Okay, so for quite a span there, and I think it's safe to say, but it's off to Silvis and stuff for you as the big guy over in Silvis. So won't be too far away, but definitely will be missed here. And also again, you always just made it's kind of one of those personalities that whatever you're involved in, it just makes it a little bit better and more fun and that sort of thing. And so just again, so appreciative, and on behalf of the mayor and city council and the whole community, just thank you for all your service and making our town a little bit better.
Well, thanks.
Probably one of the longest intros that
I
we've
was
done
gonna say.
without asking somebody a question,
I was waiting for a question
which
here.
speaks a lot.
So that wraps up our program. Thanks for coming in, Gene.
No, and we don't want to. You are going on to do more things in the field, and Silva's taking on the chief role. So we don't want to make this a retirement program, because
Exactly.
you're not really I
Right.
I would kind of like to get your history a little bit with. Because you have been in policing for so long, and I know you started down in Louisiana. So if you can maybe walk us through a little bit of history, and maybe with the focus on what you've seen change in the field, and coming from Louisiana to Rock Island to other places that you've been, and then in the Geneseo, what have you seen shift?
Oh, it shifts continuously. I mean, I started policing in 1984. It's a long time ago.
Year I was born.
You're brand new born.
Wow, there's the cold breeze.
I can calculate how old you are now. Before that, my dad was a police officer in Rock Island. He was a sergeant in Rock Island eventually. So I grew up around law enforcement. And my mom used to tell me I wouldn't go to kindergarten unless Dad picked me up in the police car. And that's how far back it goes. So when I started in Louisiana in '84, I was actually hired in undercover to work narcotics, which was kind of fun. Did that for about a year, and then stayed in the narcotics division most of the time, working on drug stuff down along the interstate corridor in Louisiana, I-10. Lake Charles about the size of Davenport, so it was pretty busy. We were fairly busy. But during the 80s, it was Pablo Escobar, so it was kind of like simple in southern Louisiana to work drug crimes. And a job came up in Rock Island in '88, and I moved to Rock Island. My dad was still there. I got to work with him for a few years. And I retired in, 2012. Did a little bit with the federal government, and then came out here in 2018 and was allowed to do a lot of things that I've always wanted to do. They kind of gave me the support to do it. And I think in the end, they probably regret a lot of it because I'm there a lot, and I know what we need to do to make policing better. I mean, I sit there and watch, on the news, everything everybody else is watching, and when an officer makes a mistake, it affects everyone. And that's why we're huge on trying to make a professional police department. And again, everybody talks about Jamie or Amber or George. Everybody in this department is professional, and they want to grow their career here, and they want to stay here.
I think that's leads to an interesting question too. What's a lot of people hear about certain officers or see certain things. What's something that you wish the community knew about the men and women of the department that they don't, and they may not see on the surface?
Well, if we go back to what I just said about, we see things happening. I mean, police officers are probably more strong on themselves when they make a mistake, and they feel that brunt, and it hurts, and we want to make policing better. We want to be out there, and we want to be working with the public. I mean, I believe over the last 8 years that I've been here, we've extremely deep into the public, working with them, trying to find out what their needs are, how to help them. When I was working with the federal government, I was working with the Federal Defender's Office, and I got to see how people who have been arrested and charged in the court system, they all have a mental health issue. They all have a substance use issue. There's a reason they're there. And with this impact program that Jamie and Amber and Ben Schliefert started, this is a great program. And I'm hoping to take a lot of the ideas to Silvis. I think every department needs to be out there working and trying to figure out how to solve problems, not just take care of them for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And and that's probably one of the, at least I would assume, probably one of the biggest shifts you've seen over your career, in that how policing, I'm sure, is always evolving.
Right.
But I would think that's a big difference from how it was when you first started.
It is. I mean, I was a police officer in Rodney King time, and you see the downs and the ups and the downs and the ups. We need to try and keep up as much as we can. You want to stay high as much as you can. We never used to work with individuals. We went out there and we put you in jail. You're a problem, we're going to put you in jail. That's not working. Let's figure out a better way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you've been involved in a lot of projects and things that you're touching on in the past 10 minutes here too. But what's kind of your favorite memory or favorite project thing that is going to stick with you with your time in Geneseo?
There's so much we've done. Obviously, impact. If you see that how much publicity we get, how many awards they're getting, I mean, that's me pushing it. I mean, I'm out there putting them in for awards any chance I can, because I'm so proud of what they're doing. We came to the police department here. I mean, I know they built that in 07, the police department.
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah.
It's been 20 years. We were able to go in.
And not to interrupt, you would have liked the old place, Gene.
I found the pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And no, it's good. And I see the police department, the building itself. I'll have officers come in who know me from other agencies, and they go, "This is a great building for the size of the department you have," and it really is. We've been able to buy all the furniture, Brandon and I, on Marketplace, some of it. It doesn't surprise you, does it?
Some of it free, too.
Some of it's free.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Gently used.
So we were able to do that. And the other thing is we're redoing our firearms range. I don't know, people probably wonder what that building is up over there by Roos Hill Road. We're building a training building up there, so we can go up there and train on firearms and tactics. I mean, you got to keep up on training. That's my biggest thing. I know when I got here, we went to the council and we doubled the training budget, and then we doubled it again. I believe that's how you make professional police officers. Give them the training, give them the knowledge and the ability to do their job.
Mm-hmm. You've had a special relationship with the Geneseo Culvers since you've been here.
I won't say I don't get a Christmas card.
I was at the Impact fundraiser last night with Chief Casey for about an hour, and got to talk to the owner and the manager for a while. And the manager there said in the conversation, she said, "Well, I've actually known Gene since 2015, before he even started working out here. He used to come into the Culvers I worked at on the Iowa side of the river." But Culvers has been a great supporter of the department, right? And maybe you can talk a little bit about that with, what last night. So there was a fundraiser, and other businesses in the community have really driven this program to where it is, where you can fund more things, right?
Correct. I mean, when you see what we're doing with the impact, I mean, people hear, well, you put a gentleman just, a couple of weeks ago in a hotel for 4 or 5 days. You got him down to Rock Island to get him in a shelter. That money's donated money. That's not city money. It's not city funds. It's all donated by the great people of Geneseo. And they really support the police department here. And to be honest, when I was offered the job in Silvis as chief, it hurt a lot to think that I could leave here. I mean, this is a great community. The people support us. People support what we do, and it's. I don't even know how to describe it. Like you said, how do you describe? I'll say perfection. I mean, this is great out here. We're out there. We're visible. We're allowed to do what we do because they believe that we're going the right direction.
Yeah. And the department It's going to be hiring. Is hiring right now. We, there's going to be some transition. There's probably more to come.
Yeah.
That's no secret. We got some other things coming up, and I guess here's our recruitment message. Keith, can you play that now? Insert ad here.
Yes.
But you guys are hiring for both new hire recruits, so those who maybe want to be a police officer for the first time, and looking for lateral transfers from other departments like you were and a lot of our other officers were, right?
Yeah, we are hiring. I think every police department in the country's hiring. Everybody's short. When we talk about new hires, it's hard to get somebody who wants to be a police officer to come in. It really is. On January 5th, we have one new officer going to the academy, so he'll be a replacement Matt when he gets here. But we are short with me leaving, and I know there's another officer who's leaving and actually going to Milan for a variety of reasons. But they're hiring. Everybody's hiring. And we have been fortunate over the last 8 years that I've been here for sure to get lateral applications. I mean, it's officers who've been in other departments, got a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, come out here and really work with us. And that's how we've really jettisoned forward in how we do policing, just by getting other people here who have different ideas.
Yeah. Yep. So what, you've touched on it a little bit, and you don't have to give us all of your secrets, but with this transition, what does this next step look like for you? What kind of things are on your radar to do when you get to a new community, I guess?
We've talked about this a lot with their mayor and their city administrator and council, and it's to do a lot of what we're doing here. It's to be in the public eye, to be out there, be at events, be it Rotary, be it the Chamber of Commerce, Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, all the stuff they do. We need to be visible, and we're going to be out there, work with them, find out what they need. I can go in there today and say, oh, I think you need this, this, and this. But I don't know that. They need to tell me, and that's where we're going to come from. It's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of talking to not only the city administration, but the people on the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, thanks, Gene, for being in here, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, and they say it's a little bit of a, you can probably hear it in her voice a little bit, but yeah, good, definitely going to be missed, Gene. And again, thank you just for everything that you've been to the community here. You're going to do great. Silvis was going to, I'm sure you'll excel there, and and all that stuff. But yeah, but definitely we'll be missed. We'll be missed here. And just thanks again, and in a formal way, thanks. We canceled our cow meeting, and stuff or what have you. But but again, to speak for the mayor and council, formally and stuff too. Just thank you for all you've been to our community.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we want to. All right.
Yeah, well, we did.
Yes, Brandon and I speaking this code as we're looking at each other's eyes. Okay.
Well, I did put, for those who don't know, Gene, and we talked about it in the other program, Gene does a lot more than just law enforcement for the city, and he's really a creative digital artist and a photographer. And so I did put together, some of my favorite Gene pictures in Geneseo for you. As a little token for you to take away. So, Keith will show it to the camera so our
here we'll go.
The viewers can see
we'll
it
show it
too.
to you too at some point, Gene.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
There, you can look at it on the monitor. Oh, you're at the wrong one.
Here.
Oh,
you think
there
I
we
know
go.
how the place is set up?
We need a producer here. Oh, there you go.
There we go. Is that?
That's
here we go. Hold it. Hang on.
On camera.
Hang on.
There you go.
There we go.
there. You can see parts of it. Very good. So
Very
just
nice.
some shots. Some of what I thought were some of the best pictures that we had of you in the community.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
And maybe you can put it on the wall somewhere in the future here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the thing that needs to be said though is I know I'm leaving. I know I've been involved in a lot here, but you got a great department. You got great officers there. They're going to keep moving forward. I mean, they've worked together on every project I've gotten started. Every project there's somebody down there that's worked with us, and we're moving forward. And I think it just can only get better.
Yeah. We appreciate all you've done, and it's obviously a sad send-off for Keith and I and many others, but
Right.
wish you the best, and we know we'll be seeing you around still. You're still going to be coming to the Geneseo Culvers, even though you have one
That's
across
right.
from the department in Silvis, right?
Yes.
So,
Yep. I won't give you the 0.2 mile. No.
yeah.
And hey, if you got nothing going on a Friday morning at 7:30, we always have a spot here
Yeah.
Absolutely.
to come back and visit and all
We'll
that
check
good
in
stuff.
with you.
Yeah, that's right. And again, I'm going to be, I'll be around. I'm not going
Yeah.
to just disappear. I mean,
Right.
there's lots of things. I really enjoy all the events out here. I start to finish on every event I'm there, but it's only because I love them. I love what goes on. I mean, State Street Market is probably one of my favorites. And then you have Christmas Walk. Obviously, I wish it would have had better weather this year, but when I get to go out of town, or I go to Springfield, St. Louis, wherever, and I talk to officers there, and I tell them we get an event with 10,000 people. It's hard for them to believe or picture that, but we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And no, you can't take the golf cart with you to Silvis.
It's already gone. No.
Loaded up in the truck already.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, again, Gene, all the best in the future. Appreciate you coming in this morning and just kind of sharing a little bit with our listeners.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Brandon, what else is cooking in our fair city?
Yeah, I don't have much else to mention today. We probably should mention that the Chamber has announced there is going to be a Small Business Saturday version 3.0 this Saturday. Obviously, the original Small Business Saturday on its original date was pretty much shut down by the storm that moved through that Saturday. And then, as Gene mentioned, Christmas Walk. While there were people out in the shops, the cold temperatures definitely limited sales last week during Christmas Walk. So
Tough weather, that's for sure.
yeah, I think our friends at the Chamber said, why not 3.0? Let's encourage people to come out to Geneseo. Looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day tomorrow. So I know some of the retailers are offering some specials and things going on across the business community. So come out local, as the Chamber Director Zach said. It's too late to get things shipped online, so come downtown Geneseo for the rest of your gifts.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. And we probably should just also give a shout out to Zach and everyone. And 2 years in a row, difficult weather circumstances for the walk. And it's kind of one of those. There's 10 reasons to go one direction, 10 reasons to go another, and you just have to make the call and make the make the best of it. But so tomorrow, try and think of those businesses and stuff, because that's a big night for all of them that they just weren't able to take full advantage of.
Yeah, and the Chamber and especially the police department and Public Works Street Department specifically. Really just everybody trying to make the best decisions, and I think that they did. The way that it went on. It's hard to cancel that thing when it's just cold temperatures, and to reschedule a parade closer to Christmas and to expect to get more people just isn't realistic. But them keeping up the street, the guys in the plows, boy, having to divert them downtown, and that was a lot of snow right before an event was to kick off, and the streets really did end up in as good as could be condition for that event. It was still cold, but we had clear streets for everything to happen on, which was great. Yeah,
and definitely a team effort for from the police department, but Public Works, Chad, and the crews in that. You not only is it 5 degrees, but we had probably a good 4 inches, I would say, that came just right before or during, and to get that not only plowed but also cleared out. Too. That was a good effort. So it was made the very best of a very difficult situation.
Yeah. So thanks to everybody that helped with that.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that about it, I guess, Brandon?
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll be back after the holidays, after the first of the year, and the whole new year of programming.
That's right. The 2026 edition of Let's Talk Geneseo.
Yep.
and stuff. So yeah, so we have some maybe some ideas, maybe a few little additional improvements might be in mind for the program as we proceed. But again, we keep the bar low. So that
Keith enjoys spending his
Keith
free
does.
time in here, continuing to update the studio. So
Right,
we'll
yeah.
have to see what's next.
yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if it improves it. But anyway, we appreciate then everyone listening. Again, Gene, thank you so much for coming in, and just thank you for everything.
Thanks.
And to our viewers and listeners, may you have a wonderful Christmas and fun New Year's and all that. And then we will be back in January to chat with you more at that time. So you've been listening to WGRG 100.5 FM in Geneseo, and have a great holiday.